Yo, what's up guys, Andre here. Welcome to another video. So for this video, I'm going to be showing you guys something interesting. Well, I always say something interesting, but I guess like all my videos should be kind of interesting. Anyway, for today's video, I'm going to be showing exactly two games. One game I won, one game I lost. Now, the important thing about both these games is that 100% the game was decided on exactly one or two mistakes, either from me or my opponent. Now the game of Shadowverse, generally for the most part, when you're some decks that you can face or some decks that you play will not allow for mistakes. This is part of why I think that like Dragon has like a relatively low win relatively low win rate, despite actually being very good in the majority of metas that's played. Just because I honestly think that a lot of people just kind of don't understand how to play Dragon, don't have any kind of like, I guess, like higher level thinking to go ahead and set up like plays multiple turns in advance, and just don't understand how to mulligan and try to do greedy as fuck things versus aggro, and they get punished for it. So for this game, I'm going to be showing you, again, like I said, two different things: mistakes that I made, mistakes my opponent made. So let's go ahead and see a game where my opponent made a mistake. Like, there are a lot of different ways they can make a mistake, and sometimes it might not even seem like a mistake, but it's actually a mistake. Just because sometimes, like, you have to think 3 or 4 steps ahead. Or, well, sorry, 3 or 4 turns ahead. So I'm going first, which is good, because I already know, because he's sword, he's most likely aggro sword. Just because that's what's popular on the ladder right now, that's what I need to play around. So I mold everything. The reason why I mold everything is because, yes, I'm going first. However, versus sword, it's very important that you find things you can do early. Just because if they get that one drop and then buff the crap out of the one drop, then play Vagabond Frog, you're gonna be in a rough spot. So I toss back everything. I get rewarded. I get early plays. Now, granted, the Oracle it's a tempo loss play, but because I'm going first, I don't have to worry about that tempo loss as much. If I can find a Blazing Breath, I'll be in a great spot. Instead, I find the Fervor. The Fervor is actually equally good because it means that I now have Quadra Ramp in my hand. That means I can get to 10 very quickly. Additionally, because I have the Sybil and because I have the Fervor, that means I can get to 10 in the face of anything he might want to do to me. So I am playing my Tortoise Dragon, just because, again, I feel like my Tortoise Dragon is favored versus aggro. Here he gets Bladed Hedgehog. I go Rahab. Now, I go Rahab because, again, like, getting a ward early versus aggro, specifically versus sword aggro, is very good. Now, the key thing to note is that this turn was a make it or break it turn. Because this turn, my opponent easily could have had Shield of Flame plus 1 drop. If he had Shield of Flame plus 1 drop, I lost on the spot. And like, and sometimes you're gonna find yourself in these positions. However, he doesn't have it, so instead he plays Novice Trooper and passive. But that's fine. That's fine for me because now I can go Fervor. I go Fervor because this game is going to be a game where most likely I'm never going to get the Fervor again. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. So I'm gonna go and take my opportunity to do so this turn because, again, because I ramp I'm not actually on turn 5 yet. I'm on 5 mana, but I'm not on turn 5. So playing up the Sybil will do nothing for me. If anything, playing up the Sybil there will hurt me because this is a matchup where you actually need your Sybil when you cast it to be healing you. So here he goes Floral Influencer. I was not expecting this at all. However, while this is very bad for me, I get saved as long as I find a Breathless Salamander. I find Breathless Salamander, I'm in a great spot. If I don't, I'm going to be in a not bad spot, but not great spot either. But here, I get Israfel. So this turn is going to be very important. This turn is a turn where I need to start telegraphing things. Now, when you play, one of the good, and I guess bad things about playing is that you can telegraph obvious as fuck things to people and they just will not notice, and you'll just somehow win a game. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and just go Sybil. I'm going to Evo the Sybil. I'm going to trade into his 4/3. But I'm going to ping his Bladed Hedgehog. I ping his Bladed Hedgehog over pinging his 2/2, which is a superior choice because I'm not playing for this turn. I'm playing for the turn after this turn. So I ping this, and now okay. Ideally for him, he's gonna want to play Albert. He plays Albert, then he's obviously gonna want to have to trade into my Sybil to go ahead and clear that off. So he's gonna trade his 2/2. So in my mind, the 2/2 is already dead. So he's gonna trade his 2/2. He's gonna trade his 1/1. Then from there, he's gonna want to evo his Albert. He evos that Albert. That's the bad play. The correct play is always to evo the Bladed Hedgehog, which I already pinged, or his 1/1 Quick Blader. However, generally, you're gonna want to evo that Hedgehog. However, 9 times out of 10, they will always evo Albert because they will not be thinking, okay, well, how can I get punished? However, by me pinging that, you should know I have some form of clear in my hand. Like, by process of elimination, you should know that that's going to be Israfel. If I had Breath of Salamander, I would have 100% just dropped that like it was hot on this board already. If I had a Conflag, again, same thing. But if I had Sawhawk I might have held it. Or if I had Israfel, if I had Israfel, I obviously couldn't play it. And so naturally, by process of elimination, you should know, okay, this is what he wants to do to me. And so here, this line of play, it does fail if my opponent has a ward, as well as evo the Bladed Hedgehog. However, while he gets the best possible clear that causes him to lose as little damage as possible, he also fucks up because he doesn't evo. Like, why in God's name would you not evo here? Like, it's the best possible evo they can get. Like, the only punishes are hey, if I now draw the Breath of the Salamander, but that's fine. You traded your evo point for 2 damage. Like, let's be real here. I'm Dragon. I'm at 9 mana. You are never getting to play you're never getting to play Albert. That's never happening. Like, so like, I would rather just, cash my damage right now. Additionally, because I have that ward up, the ward is a major problem to Dragon because, oh hey, well, Dragon, unless they have Bahamut, or unless they have Raptric, or unless they have Saha Israfel, like, they are never getting through that ward, and they are never hitting your Bladed Hedgehog. So always evo that there. Like, that's such a bad play for my opponent. He's gonna get punished here because he doesn't evo anything. So I just get to go Israfel, and I get a massive +5. So now you have to deal with a 10/10 Israfel. Like, it could have been maybe salvageable if your Bladed Hedgehog was still alive as like a 5/3, but oh hey, he's not even alive. So now my opponent just concedes. Like, again, while I'm not saying that, oh hey, he was gonna straight up just lose this game on the spot. It's one of those, by him not doing that, he doesn't give himself a chance at all to come back into this game because he doesn't have a creature going into his next turn. If you're aggro and you don't have a creature going into your next turn, you're doing something wrong. Like, and for all you know, he might be playing something like, say, Tsubaki or whatever. If he had the Tsubaki, that would have meant that okay, so I take 5 damage this turn, then I take 5 more damage the next turn, and I would have made it easier for him to maybe say, okay, well, maybe I can hold on to this last evo for Albert. But being greedy with that evo, just by having the best possible clear, like, was such a huge mistake, and it honestly tilted me so much. So now for this next game. For this game, I made mistakes. Game? Hello? Alright, so I guess this is awkward. I guess I can't play this. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just be telling you guys exactly what happened. So for that game, I had a chance to get a good Breath of Salamander to nuke his board, even if he played out his Vagabond Frog. However, I chose not to do that, and I chose to try to value trade instead. But that was a mistake. The reason why that was a mistake is because always you want to try to stuff your Breath of Salamander clears versus sword as fast as humanly possible, especially if you know you have one in your hand. Like, but I choose not to do that, and I get punished for that just because, like, he then makes a gigantic board, and then he also follows up with Kenoichi Master on his turn 5 play, and then has the cognizance to go ahead and pre-evo to dodge Breath of the Salamander. He does it. I finally play the Breath of the Salamander there, but the damage is done because I've already eaten like 8 more damage than I should have. and then he kills me with Albert on the turn afterwards. So again, it's one of those just like understanding what it is that you can do when you're versus aggro, because usually that's gonna be where you have less rooms to make mistakes. Anyway, I'm really sorry that I couldn't play that game for you guys. However, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. Go and hit that follow. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I'll be trying to do another video later today, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.